Tim from Mianne. Now before I get started on this video, I want to take a couple of minutes to thank everyone who watches our videos, those who took the time to subscribe and make comments. We do appreciate it, and we hope you enjoy this video. So now, we've got the 4x8 starter kit all assembled, and we need to get our trains running. So what are we going to use to cover this? There are a lot of different materials and a lot of different opinions on what you can use with foam and homosote and things of that nature. However, my recommendation is to always start with a sheet of 1/2" interior grade plywood. You might think it would be just a simple matter just to get a 4x8 sheet, put it down here, and you'd be good to go. And that's true. However, in a lot of cases, people either don't have the ability to transport the 4x8 sheet of plywood. It might be difficult to get that sheet of plywood up the stairs into your train room or down in your basement. There's a lot of different reasons that it might be more difficult. So this video is going to show you that you really don't need to have it all in one big piece. You can cut it into smaller pieces. Most lumber yards and home centers will cut the sheet of plywood for you, make some basic cuts. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to cut it into three pieces. The way the legs are arranged here, we've got 4 legs here, 4 legs here, and 4 on this side. So we're going to have them cut it first in half to give us a 4x4 piece. And we'll locate that right here in the center. And then we'll take the remaining piece and we'll cut that in half to give us 2 2x4s, and we'll put 1 on each end. That'll be much easier to carry up into the train room. It'll be much easier to move around by ourselves if we're working alone. And it'll get the job done just as efficiently and work out just as well. So I'm going to go get that plywood and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my 1/2" sheet of plywood. I got it cut into 3 pieces. I got 2 2x4s and a 4x4, and we're ready to cover the layout. So I'll put these 2 aside as I'll work from the middle to begin with. And I'll take this 4x4 sheet, place it on top. Kind of put it about where it's got to go. And you can already tell that using a 4x4 piece is a lot easier than trying to muscle around a 4x8 sheet of plywood by yourself. If you're working by yourself, it's much easier to do it this way. So I've located this, and I'm going to locate it right on the center of this leg. As I had mentioned in the 4x8 assembly video, our system works on a center-to-center basis. So from the center of this leg to the center of that leg is 4 feet, and the same to the back. So this piece is going to end up on the center of each of these 4 legs, and that's where we're going to attach it. So you got to start, just pick a corner to start with. I'm going to start right here, and I'm right on the center of this leg right now. You kind of eyeball it on the I-beam front side, just got to be fairly close. And at that point, we're going to connect it. Now every Mianne kit comes with the fasteners that we installed in the last video, and the screws to attach the plywood. So now I'm going to encourage you to use an electric screw gun or an electric drill. If you're using a drill, make sure you set the clutch on a lower setting so you don't screw the screws all the way through. And all you've got to do is center this one as we've just done, get underneath, and install this screw. And just like that, we've got our first one attached. Now, your next one, we'll do this other one on the front here. You want to make sure that the frame has stayed straight. We want to make sure we're centered, again, in the same spot as on the other one. So you might have to make a minor adjustment there. Get another screw and install this one. Now we'll move around to the back side and finish attaching this section of plywood. Now again, you want to check for square. Make sure that your frame is properly located. You just, again, eyeball it on this I-beam here. Make sure that's square, centered on these 2 legs. Install the next screw. And finally the last one. Just like that, we've got our first piece of plywood attached. Now I would like to mention that if you've got a track plan already in mind and you already know where some accessories are going and switch tracks and things of that nature, you could actually do some of your wiring ahead of time before you even put the plywood down. Might save you the trouble of climbing underneath back and forth. So all we got to do now is put these other two 2x4s on the end, and we'll be ready to run the trains. I'll be right back. Okay, and that's it. We've got our two end pieces attached now, the centerpiece we put on earlier, and we're ready to start laying some track and getting the trains going. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll come back next time in our next video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let us know if you got a comment. We would appreciate it. And don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Mianne Benchwork. Thank you.